Have you ever tapped on a phone number in an app only to wonder if you actually dialed it? It's a common concern, and today we're going to explore how to detect if a user really pressed the dial button. I totally get it. You want to ensure that when users tap on a number, they actually make the call. It can be frustrating not knowing if they completed the action. You're definitely not alone in this. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user asked, "Is there a way to figure out if the user actually pressed the dial button after tapping on a phone number in my app?" This is a great question and one that many developers face. So, what's the challenge here? When a user taps on a phone number, the dialer opens, but there's no built-in way to track if they actually completed the call. This can leave developers in the dark about user engagement. Stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a clever workaround that can help you track user interactions more effectively. To determine if the user actually pressed the dial button, the user can implement a listener for the dial action. This can be done by overriding the onActivityResult method in their activity. Next, the user should initiate the dialing process using an intent. This intent will allow the user to dial the number and return to the app once the call is initiated. After the user dials the number, the onActivityResult method will be triggered. The user can check the result code to see if the call was successfully initiated. Finally, the user can provide feedback based on whether the call was initiated or not. This can enhance the user experience by confirming the action. Fun fact, did you know that the first mobile phone call was made in 1973? It was a huge leap in technology, and now we're just a tap away from connecting with anyone. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach to detect if a user dialed a number is to create a GSM broadcast listener. This listener can receive call state events like hang up, ringing, and established. To track calls initiated from your app, register the listener in the button's click event and unregister it when the call ends. To implement this, ensure you have the necessary permissions in your manifest and register the receiver. This setup allows you to receive updates about the call state after the user clicks the dial button. That's all on that answer. Let's take a look at another one. An alternative approach suggests listening for events to determine if the dial pad is opened. If the dial pad is not opened, it indicates the call originated from the app. Additionally, you can call a web service API when dialing a number from your code. By checking the response, you can identify whether the call was made from your app or the dial pad. Let's take a look at an answer from another user. An alternative solution provided by a user involves creating a broadcast receiver to detect outgoing calls. This code listens for the action new outgoing call intent and checks if the dialed number matches a specific emergency number from your app. Here's the clever workaround I promised. By combining a custom dialer with call state monitoring, you can gain valuable insights into user behavior and improve your app's functionality. And there you have it. You now have the tools to track whether users are actually dialing numbers in your app. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks on app development.